Bodybuilder Mike Sommerfeild shares his bulk like Hulk full day of eating. Mike the Badass walked fans through his latest bulking diet, offering insight into what he eats on a daily basis. Fresh off the biggest performance of his career, Mike Sommerfeild is looking ahead, dialing in his nutrition. In a recent YouTube video shared on November 27, 2024, he laid out his bulk like Hulk full day of eating. Mike the Badass was easily the biggest surprise at the 2024 Classic Physique Olympia. Despite fanfare surrounding Arnold Classic champions Ramon Queiroz and Wesley Vissers, it was Sommerfeild who gave Chris Bumstead all he could handle on stage. Ultimately, Sommerfeild placed runner-up behind Bumstead, proving himself as one of the best in the world. In light of his breakout performance alongside Bum's retirement from the sport, most agree that Sommerfeild is the #1 contender for the Classic Physique Olympia title in 2025. Bodybuilder Mike Sommerfeild shares bulking diet he's using to put on muscle. Having taken valuable training lessons from hypertrophy coach Joe Bennett, who also helped Bumstead during his Olympia prep, Sommerfeild continues to make gains inside the gym. However, in his latest venture, he laid out how he is approaching his latest bulking phase to ensure he has adequate muscle mass for when he returns to the stage. The breakdown. Find his meals below. Meal 1. 3 whole eggs. Veggies. Tostada crackers. 100 grams of avocado. Sommerfeild explains how his vegetable choices have changed since contest prep for the 2024 Mr. Olympia. It's mashed down to guacamole with some spices. Green beans, green peppers, mushrooms, tomato. This is basically a vegetable mix. The reason for that is I'm trying to get my microbiome back. As you know, in terms of contest prep, we are limiting our food sources, and I believe I had like 3, maybe 4 different types of veggies, which was green beans, zucchini, asparagus, and okra, which they are very, very limited. Meal 2, post-workout meal. 100 grams of rice puffs, cereal. Before hitting his leg workout at the Body Trainer gym, Sommerfeild carbs up with a rice puff cereal. I had my pre-workout already, but I don't count it as a proper meal. So for pre-workout, I had 100 grams of rice puff cereal to promote insulin spike together with my absolute most favorite way of all time, cinnamon cereal. Meal 3, 200 grams of chicken, 200 grams of cooked white rice, 150 grams of veggies, salt. Right after his workout, Sommerfeild enjoys chicken, rice, and veggies to bounce back from strenuous activity. Meal 4, 200 grams of beef, 200 grams of rice, 150 grams of veggies. Following his TENS unit massage session, Sommerfeild continued with his bulking diet. Breakdown. Meal 5, 200 grams of salmon, mixed veggies, rice. He shared that his salmon dish was his favorite meal of the day. This right here is honestly one of my favorite meals, he shared. Meal 6, 500 grams of skyr, some M&Ms, almonds, berries, nut butter. Lastly, Sommerfeild capped off the day with his meal before bedtime, consisting mostly of skyr, an Icelandic dairy product similar to yogurt, with several toppings. This is called polita. That's a typical Mexican dulce, he shares. This is a decent high-calorie meal right before I go to bed to feed me maybe for the next 8, maybe 9 hours. I try to get as much sleep as possible. Although he narrowly lost to Chris Bumstead in October, Sommerfeild is convinced that the Canadian champion could have won another 10 titles. Sommerfeild has dealt with considerable health issues throughout his career, which makes his accomplishments all the more impressive. Of late, Sommerfeild detailed his incredibly rare genetic disease many refer to as vampire sickness. At one point, the sun made his skin peel off, and he underlined that only 0.000001% of people suffer from this inconvenient ailment. Despite the challenges, Sommerfeild has proven himself as a worthy contender, eager to solidify his career by winning the Classic Physique Olympia title. Judging by his full day of eating, fans expect him to have the muscle mass necessary to challenge for gold next year.